So hello and welcome to Pristina. I've just arrived in from Pristina, which is Kosovo's second largest city. I'll have a full video on that separately. But now I am in Pristina, the capital of Kosovo. Kosovo is the newest country in Europe when they declared independence from Serbia in 2008. So yeah, let's see what the capital of Kosovo has to offer. I'm currently in Skenderberg Square with the big fella on the statue, on the horse I mean. First on my list of things to do here in Pristina was to go to the Museum of Kosovo, where you get to learn all about this country's history. However, the museum is closed for visitors. So unfortunately guys, we will not be going into the Kosovo Museum to learn all about the history. Everything, well, not everything, but I've got a tendency to visit places that are closed. But there we go, that's the museum. Right then, what is there to do now? Sink a few beers perhaps? Nah. This is a large market area here in Pristina. However, it looks like it is almost finished. All the stalls are closed, but a couple still open. Just have a wander around, see what we can find. If you want to get some leeks or potatoes, this is the place to come. Some fresh oranges and tomatoes. The road I'm currently on is the Mother Teresa Boulevard, which is the central hub here in Pristina, where there's bars, cafes, restaurants, shops, all sorts, and this is the busiest place in the city. This is a memorial. Men and women who served with their partners in KFOR and gave their lives as a result of their service. Now when you're in Kosovo, there are three flags you see flying everywhere. The Kosovan flag, the Albanian flag, but also the flag of the United States of America, due to their help in liberating Kosovo. And this is a statue of Madeleine Albright. So Madeleine Albright was a former Secretary of State for the US during the period of the Kosovo War, and she was also the UN ambassador for the United States, and that's why her statue's there. I didn't just Google that, by the way. And this is the newborn monument. This monument was erected the first day of Kosovo's independence from Serbia back in 2008, and it is painted every year with different colours, and on certain events throughout the year they might change some of the letters to reflect the event. Apparently this statue or monument is quite famous. I don't know who it is, let's find out. Heroinat. This memorial is built by 20,145 medals. It's to honour the sacrifice of every ethnic Albanian woman during the 98 to 99 war in Kosovo. Today is currently a Sunday and I've left Pristina earlier today, and I found it's almost the same. So all these shops which would normally be open are all shut, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's a Sunday. It was exactly the same in Pristina this morning. Everything was shut. Now in front of me is the Mother Teresa Cathedral, and you can actually go up into the bell tower because there's a lift that goes up. However, the cathedral looks unfinished. So let's get in there and have a look if it's spectacular or not. The doors are open, so it'll be a lot more successful than my recent trip to Pristina, where the doors were completely shut. So there we are, that was the Mother Teresa Church, which I think is fairly new. It's only just been built. Up next is that building over there, which is absolutely ugly as hell, and it is a national library, but this is on every itinerary list for Pristina. It's always the National Library. So let's go over to the National Library and have a look at the awful building. I recently came back from Finland, where the library in Finland was the best library I've ever been into. Had all sorts of things: DJ rooms, kitchens, 3D printers, games rooms. For some reason, I don't think the Pristina library is going to have the same amount of facilities, but let's go and have a look to see if it does. Well, this is the library. You absolutely ugly Soviet style building, concrete blocks. Look at that building, so nice compared to this. Here are the remains of a Serbian Orthodox church. However, the Serbian Orthodox church was never completed. It was due for completion in 1998. However, due to the war in 1998 to 1999, construction was halted. This church is quite controversial. This is the land of Pristina University. However, when control of Kosovo was given back to Belgrade, the Serbian government gave a part of the university land to the Serbian Orthodox Church to build a church. The church has been subject to a lot of vandalism over the years, and it was also at the heart of some demonstrations a few years ago. So who knows what's going to happen with this building? Will it ever be turned into a church? Probably not. Will it be demolished? Who knows? I think the students of the university are campaigning for it to be turned into a museum to talk about the Kosovo War, which I think is a good idea. So who knows what's going to happen with it. Right, I've spent a few hours walking around Pristina. I'm not going to lie, that's pretty much, we've done it all. So now it's time for a few beers and watch a bit of the football. So let's get into this sports bar, American sports bar and grill. Have a few beers, meet a few friends. So 6 beers later, I'm now leaving the sports bar. I just watched Scotland get battered by Greece. I'm now on the way to bed. Tomorrow I'm getting a 7 AM bus to Skopje. We didn't really get to see much, but before I go, look at this mosque, all lit up beautifully. So good milk. So good morning from a very sleepy Pristina. It is currently 6:27 AM. The streets are almost dead. There's a couple of people about and there's lots of pigeons bobbing about. But today I'm going to Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia. Now, if you're an avid fan of my channel, you would have seen my North Macedonia videos last year. So it'll be good to go back to Skopje, this time for a football trip. And this time it's going to be a lot less warm than it was when I was there. When I was there last year, it was unbearably hot in the middle of June. 35 degrees walking around, no shade. Ugh. So I'm getting a bus at 7:25, so it is a half an hour walk to the bus station from Pristina centre. So let's go to Skopje. There is also large developments here. You can see a few skyscrapers, looks like flats or apartments. Well, flats and apartments are the same thing, fucking idiot. So there's money being spent here. I think the population of Pristina is like 200,000, so it's not even that big for a capital city. I think the population... No, have I just made that completely up? I have no idea what the population is. I'm sure I read somewhere the population is 200,000. Oh, I don't know. Hey Siri, what's the population of Kosovo? 1.6 million. This is the main road into Pristina, where you come from the bus station and you come from the airport. And yesterday on the bus, I passed this statue of Bill Clinton, the US president during the Kosovo Wars of 98 and 99. Because of our resolve, the 20th century is ending not with helpless indignation, but with a hopeful affirmation of human dignity and human rights for the 21st century. President Bill Clinton. So there you go. And this is the Bill Clinton Boulevard. We'll have a quick selfie with Bill. There you are, Bill. Let's go to the bus station. The US flag again. So I'm just round the corner from the bus station now, and it just dawned on me, when I was in North Macedonia last time, when I got the bus from Ohrid to Skopje, I had my ticket on my phone, but they wouldn't accept electronic ticket, and I had to go to the desk to get a paper ticket, and I had to pay some dinar or something just to get them to print it out. So I wonder if I'll have to do the same here. Will I need to print off my ticket? We'll find out. Stazioni I autobusowe Pristina.
International. Mae'n angen gwybod bod ni'n passport number ar y list na just er mwyn.
Just been stamped into Macedonia. So then, there we have it. That is Alexander the Great on a statue. Welcome to Skopje. The bus journey wasn't bad at all. Maybe an hour, just over an hour and a half with the stop at the border. Really good. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to continue my adventures in Macedonia, North Macedonia. See you later. Bye bye.